I'm 105 years old, and if there's one thing I've truly learned in all these years, it's that memory is far more fragile than most people realize, far more delicate than any doctor, scientist, or book will ever admit. And watching it fade, watching it quietly slip from the minds and hearts of everyone you love is a heartbreak nobody warns you about. The kind that creeps in slowly and leaves a hollow you can't fill with medicine, pills, or trendy diets. And that is exactly why I sit here today in this quiet little room with sunlight spilling through the curtains, casting gentle shadows on the old books stacked behind me, feeling the weight of more than a century of life pressing lightly on my shoulders. Because I have lived through wars, through hunger, through moments that would break most people. Yet I am still here to tell you that your mind, your memory, your clarity, and the sharpness of your thoughts are not accidents. They are carefully built, deliberately maintained, shaped by what you choose to feed yourself, the habits you nurture, the connections you protect, and the small, daily rituals that most people dismiss as trivial or old-fashioned. Like drinking a simple cup of black coffee every morning, bitter and strong, that wakes your thoughts without rattling your heart, the aroma grounding you to the moment, reminding your brain that it is alive and reminding you that you are alive. And I have seen generations miss this entirely, pouring sugar into their coffee, ignoring the subtle power of a simple cup, while their neurons grew sluggish and their memories frayed little by little. And the same is true with berries, those tiny, colorful jewels of the earth: blueberries, blackberries, raspberries that carry more than sweetness, carrying antioxidants and polyphenols that your brain silently craves, that protect it from the slow burn of life, from inflammation that steals mental energy. And I have eaten a handful every single day since I was young, remembering how we would pick them behind the house, our fingers stained purple and red. And my mother would say, "If it colors your hands, it's good for your blood." She didn't know the science, but she knew what strength looked like. And I have seen people switch to processed white food, skipping fruit altogether. And within a couple of years, they could barely follow a conversation or remember a grandchild's name. And that is why I say eat them every day, because these small choices are the scaffolding of a mind that lasts, just as important as fatty fish, the oily, rich fish that most people are afraid to eat because of mercury warnings, when in reality your brain is made of fat. And the right fat CPA and DHA keep your thoughts flowing clearly, help your nerves fire properly, and keep your mood steady. And I have eaten sardines straight from the tin, laughing with my husband, who called it a poor man's lunch, while I called it a rich man's medicine. Because I have learned that protecting your brain sometimes means taking the risks that matter, not the convenient ones. And the same goes for eggs, The whole egg, yolk included, which for 50 years people were told would clog hearts and I fried to
lives.
every morning in a little bacon grease. Watching my energy stay steady, my focus remains sharp, because the yolk holds choline, the quiet worker behind memory, and lutein to keep the eyes alert. And yet I have seen people, scared by misinformation, eat dry toast and weak tea, leaving the eggs behind, growing weaker, slower, foggy in mind and spirit. And I have watched red meat be demonized, when in truth a proper piece of grass-fed meat carries iron, B12, and carnitine that your muscles and nerves crave, giving you strength and blood that carries oxygen to every cell. And I have seen people choose tofu or chicken breast and wonder why their limbs ache, why their energy fades, why their memory feels dull, when the answer is sometimes as simple as real food from the earth, and fermented foods too, like sauerkraut, pickles, and buttermilk, foods that are alive, feeding your gut, which is the hidden garden of your brain. Because a happy gut often leads to a happy mind, and I have seen too many lives stagnate when that garden was neglected, when weeds grew, when the soil became empty. And that is why I eat fermented foods every day, keeping life alive from the inside out, along with raw cacao, bitter dark powder that I stir into my morning coffee, a small spoonful that fuels the tiny engines of my cells, the mitochondria, giving me energy that lasts, keeping my thoughts sparking, giving me a little fire even at my age. A ritual I have carried for decades, and all these foods, these 7 pillars of my diet, are not magic, but they are promises, and promises matter, because I have seen people eat well and still fade, when their hearts were full of bitterness, when unforgiveness lingered, when loneliness settled into the soul. And I have learned that memory is not just food, it is emotional, it is relational, it is about purpose, about love, laughter, forgiveness, curiosity, connection, and a life lived fully. And I can tell you that even at 105, the difference between a mind that fades early and a mind that thrives is often found in the small choices, the daily rituals, the intentional moments where you care for your body and your relationships. And I wake up each day grateful, sipping my coffee, looking out the window, thinking of those I have lost and those I still have, and asking myself how I can nourish both my mind and my heart today, because the brain and the spirit are inseparable. The foods I eat are the fuel, but the people I love, the purpose I carry, and the forgiveness I practice are the engine. And as I sit here and share this with you, I want to leave you with one last thought, one question that I hope you answer honestly to yourself. If you could take one small step today to protect your memory, your clarity, and the people you love, what would it be? And would you actually do it before it's too late?